Hello there, everybody. Aho! We are here on day 5 of this amazing opportunity, 5 days and 5 ways to increase your sales. And today we're going to be talking about intuition. So, yes. Okay, sorry about that. So we're going to dive right into it right now. I want to talk to you briefly today. I'm definitely going to make it a little shorter today because of scheduling issues, but I wanted to share today one of the most important aspects of thriving and having more sales is intuition. I would say that of all the things that you could consider that are the most important for you to be successful and grow with your business, one of the bigger ones would be intuition. I put it right there up there with things like following the good energy and focusing, attending to details, being willing to do things that at first might be uncomfortable but might lead to more joy, bliss, and fulfillment. All those things. There's like a top 5 in there, right? So we've covered some of those top 5s during this time together. Before I go much further, how's it going? Did you follow through on some of the things I've been talking about this week? If not, if I spoke to you, are you going to start taking action on that? On those bliss lists I talked about yesterday and really diving in. If you get focused, if you stay focused on the joy, you stay focused on the fun like I was talking about yesterday, and use, like I said, focus is a big part too, and that gets into intuition too. But if you're focused, you're focusing on joy, and you're focusing on the results, you're really good. You're really good. That's one of those almost invincible formulas. Is when you can have a good time and really focus on the results, then you're in a high vibration energy, creating it all. And what that does is it increases, and it does. In fact, there's many ways to supercharge our intuition. One of them is just raising our vibe and really getting focused. Sometimes we're scattered in our focus, and we're tuning in. We'll even, again, do the muscle testing and whatnot or whatever. And listen, I mean, I always tell people with like muscle testing, for example, and intuition overall, okay, like let's take this for example. How to supercharge your intuition. All right, so I'm just like sitting here. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make $1 million. Can I make $1 million this year? Okay, now going through means no for me, all right? So, no, I can't make $1 million this year, all right. All right, I guess that's it. We're done, all right? Game's over. I'm not going to make $1 million this year. All right, now if I change my vibration, just theoretically speak, I'm not saying I'll literally be able to change my vibration to this level today, but I'm saying like, God's the infinite power that lives within me. It's infinite abundance. It is trillions and billions of dollars. And I know the truth of who I am. And I'm alive in that. I'm standing in that power. I'm standing at every stage. I'm commanding infinite power to enlighten and to enliven and bring joy, fulfillment to every sentient being on the planet. I know that that's unfolding now. I'm willing to move at God's speed and know that I'm ready to experience that full joy and making the maximum impact in the world, knowing that money is easily flowing to me, even to the level of billions and trillions. Ultimately, I know that it's easy to manifest millions and millions of dollars, and it's happening now. And I know that $1 million is possible right here and right now. Let it be so, let it be done. Check my intuition now. Is $1 million possible for me this year? Wow, it's stronger now. Guys, I mean, this is one of the biggest tricks we play on ourselves. Let me just tap into my guidance, and our vibe is not aligned with it. Yeah, that's not true for you right now. Gee, should I work with this coach? Oh, yeah, no. Thank God I won't have to deal with the uncomfortability of putting the investment into it and all my fears that are behind that around stepping up and making a powerful decision in my life to change my life or my business. Boy, that gave me my out, right? My intuition isn't aligned with it, apparently. No, but what's for the highest and greatest good for all? Okay, it's getting a little stronger, all right, so we're asking if it's getting better. But then if we do it, I'm ready for change. Whoever is here to mentor and help me, I'm grateful to land with that. I'm ready to invest. I'm ready to do it now. Am I ready? Boom, it's 10 times stronger, okay? this interaction between what we're deciding and what we're landing within our frequency and our intuition is extraordinarily interlinked. Extraordinarily interlinked. Okay. Oh, but wait a minute. What about the stars? What about the way things should be and the way they are, how they're already preordained? Basically, what we're saying when we say that intuition is set, it just is what it is, we're saying that intuition is preordained, it's set, it's already in a way that we can't really do anything about it. Just needed to deal with something here real quick. Okay, on technology. So it's just not true. Okay, it's not just preordained. It's not just a set thing. It's not just like this just is the way it is, period. There's no further discussion. Just like anything else, there's always further discussion. Let's discuss. That's where the fun is. That's where the fun is. Let's discuss it. Let's tune into it further. Let's work with the energy. Like I'll tune into my guides, and my guides will say, all right, it's time to, start traveling, and speaking everywhere and all this. I don't mean to demean what they say, because there's something juicy and important what they're saying. It's a juicy conversation. It's like, oh, and then we want you to write 10 books this year, and yes, master, yes, for me anyway, that just doesn't work so well. Like me just to take a command from one of my guides. Instead, it's an interaction. I'm like, okay, I hear you. That sounds pretty interesting, but I don't know if I'm really into this or that aspect of it, or I don't know if I really want it in this or that way. And I'm willing to have it in that way if it really does serve my very highest. How about this? How about that? Then your guidance, if you have a guide team, which I highly recommend developing that for yourself. If you don't know how, again, that's a reason to deepen your intuition and learn how to do those things. We open those capacities up more and more through like the energy scan training we're launching right now. So definitely take advantage of that. But when we tune in, we can turn it into a dialogue process. And that's the power that we have when we're having, like, when we feel like I can't manifest that 10,000 or 15,000 a month, or a lot of times people say they want to make. In the old days, it used to be 5. Oh, hey, if I could just get to 5, or people starting off. Now people are like 10, 15, 20, let's go. Which I appreciate. People have raised the numbers at least. And I think there's a little bit more success happening in the world with coaching and healing than there used to be when I first started. So that's good to see. Things are opening up. I will credit some of the brilliant people out there that are helping people to do that. So one of the things, though, to ensure your success with intuition, though, is making sure that you're really claiming your power. You're really claiming your own sovereignty and your own power, and then you can optimize, your intuition from there by constantly working with your energy to align with what your deeper true desires are. What are those desires? Those desires can shift, they can change, they can grow. They're not necessarily impermanent. Like, oh, I have this desire, that's it. Okay, boom, let's manifest, we're done. Now your desire may change. It may change looking like, oh, I don't really care about manifesting that now. Or it could change like, hey, I don't want just that car, I want the top of the line car, or whatever. Whatever it is, it's all part of your path. To me, it's not about with sales and all this stuff. It's about serving people in a way, again, that's expanded and joyful for you, and that feels fulfilling and just right for you. And, and that's based on what's right for you, and only you can ultimately know that within your divine sovereignty. People like me can tune in, do energy scans, through these lives and through sessions with you and whatnot. Ultimately, you got to tune in for yourself, claim your own sovereignty, and be like, this is what I'm getting. I would say my best clients, often agree with what I get for my downloads, but they also are interacting with me. And they'll say, yeah, I'm getting that. And, and there's an interaction, there's a fleshing out of what the truth is for them. So we've got to claim our divine sovereignty to be able to rock it with our intuition at the highest level. So please, be careful with all these things. And, I'll just get my yes or no, and I'll just go with the first answer I get. Only all the time. I mean, sometimes, hey, we got to make a decision on the spot. But when we allow ourselves to raise our vibration first, then to decide for our highest, you're going to get better results in your life. So if I don't share anything else significant today on this live, that's the master tip. So start raising your vibration first before you tune in to your intuition from now on. So how can you do that? Like I was using channel prayer there for a while to do that. You can visualize things. You just bring a vision of, man, I'm just going to vision what, like, so let something come to you, like a vision of what it is, how you want your business to be and how many sales you want, who you want to serve and all that. We talk about getting out of that park bench with your ideal client, just imagining you're with them and how you're operating, working with them and taking care of them. One of my visions is I just love helping people who are doing expanded things, have significant businesses on a one-to-one basis, and to just be of such support to them, to really give deep dive support, because I really love what they're up to and it's very invigorating for me. Whereas people that are coming up, it's invigorating and interesting to me in other ways. So I do help there as well, but more so I like helping people typically a little bit more that have more expanded businesses already, because there's more fun when they got all this going on. How are we going to pull this off or that off and this, and they've already in action, and we have got a lot to work with there. So that's juicier to me. So when I go with that, if I focus on that more, that's helping me to generate more good things, because it's a joyful path. Am I ready to serve those kind of clients? Yeah, that's so great, because I'm into it, right? But if I'm not into it, it's not going to work. Or if I was afraid, I don't know if I could help those billionaires. Oh yeah, okay, I can help billionaires. Oh whoa, now it's strong, right? So it's like, but like we use this as just our intuition or just tuning in, like I'm getting yes or no to that. No, I'm not for billionaires. But if you wanted to help billionaires, if you built the frequency for it, your intuition might tell you something completely different. So you want to be able to, again, do that. And then the other aspect I want to talk about today is a lot of times we don't feel like, as it pertains to this intuitive energy scan training, sometimes we don't trust that we could possibly do those sorts of things, like the things that, most of you have seen me do on here. Can I tune in like that? I don't know. And that's the most common question. I have people for, all my career of teaching this, hundreds of people, like probably at least half, I don't know if it's half or how many it is, but huge percentage of people come in either with just doubts, and some serious doubts sometimes, or even believing they can't do intuitive energy scanning, and they sign up for it anyway. And when they actually can do it, they're like, I thought I was going to sign up, this would just be an interesting thing to do, and I would get some personal growth, but I can actually do intuitive energy scanning. So you have gifts that are latent in you that you're not utilizing. Some of you have, we all have all the gifts available. Some of us have them just a little more available. Well, geez, can I? Like some people will. I've had charts done on me or whatever. Like, all right, you have these kind of gifts, and you don't have this other gift. You can't. What are some of the things people said I couldn't? I can't remember, because I don't tend to believe it ultimately. But what they are reading is like what's most readily available to me. If it really interests me, as if it being to bring online a certain gift, I can, right? So that's what the fun is, right? When we tap into that infinite power, we connect with the divine, the next a whole nother level rather than the 3D. We go into the higher levels of our capacities, the higher dimensions of our capacities. That's where the juice is, and that's where we can stand in our value more and provide more value to other people. So people have been asking me, like, how can you use like intuitive energy scanning to help other people? Well, for me, like there's infinite uses. I can use it to deepen my work with people, where normally I would do a clearing and do this and that. Well, now I can utilize my ability to tune in more pinpointed and direct and specific to target those exact energy frequencies that need to be shifted within someone's being. A lot of people do in the blind, like blind healings. Like, okay, everything from every dimension, every time is being cleared in your energy field forever, and it's, dispersed and transmuted, or whatever phrases we use, or we're just bringing all this light, and we're just assuming everything, with this intentionality. It's great. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but when we can pinpoint it, we can see new results for clients, and we can bring them new insights that maybe they would never have otherwise. It happens all the time. And when you bring these new insights to people, they become your raving fans, whether they're potential clients, then they want to hire you, or they're current clients, and you're always doing all those incredible things for them. And they're like, oh my God, yeah, I got to continue to have you as a coach or healer in my life. I want to continue, or I want to refer people to you now that we're done, or, it creates more of that synergy, or more of that kind of value, and that helps give you confidence to have high-end clients, like I've been talking about. Not here a lot recently, but like overall, you're able to use the energy scan training that I've got coming up to get those high clients, those high-end clients. And then bring on the gifts of being who you are more, and all that. Like being able to bring on your mediumship gifts if you want to bring those on, if that's part of your thing. If you particularly have a gift that's there that's saying, hey, use me, then we want to recognize that and bring that gift on. Otherwise, you're not going to feel fulfilled. Again, I know people are successful, but they still have gifts, and they still have things that aren't being fulfilled. They're making, multi 6 figures, mid 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures. They still have gifts they're not using. I see it all the time. They're still not being the channel they're meant to be. They're still not doing the mediumship. They're still not doing the scanning, that I can do, or whatever. And they want it. I've had millionaires come to me saying, I want that capacity. I don't really have it the way you do. Would you teach me? People are wanting this. And if you have a feeling intuition, you can bring these gifts online. I think what people understand is when you bring these gifts online, it really does deepen your awakening process, your ascension process, and everything. And it helps you right here to get embodied in this lifetime to thrive and prosper as part of that whole unfoldment. People have this idea that, like, if you start manifesting, really get into the world, like, or we're not about really like ascending then, we're about just this whole 3D matrix and all that. I say pooey on that, because in the portal of being with everything is the multidimensional everything, right? So it's only when we say it's not that we don't experience it. So within our fear, our anger, within our within money, within whatever, sales or whatever it is, the divine, the multidimensional capacity is all there. I've had light beings come to me that were like gruff and like raw badass, and we don't usually look at light beings like that. But I've had connections. I do have connections with those kind of beings, and it's not. Again, there's so many fallacies, so many myths about this about life. So what we want to do is just be able to supercharge what we have. When you start claiming, like, if you're meant to do mediumship as part of your work in the world, maybe I'm just giving an example, it's meant to be your main thing in the world, or it's meant to be an add-on to what you're doing, and you're not doing it, then why are you going to even begin to question why things aren't prospering the way that you want to, that you don't have the level of fulfillment that you're looking for, when you're leaving something out deliberately, like coming up with reasons why you can't. You could, and you can, and there is a way. And then people, and sometimes you guys even know basically what to do already. You sort of do, or you maybe just need a little bit of support. Like a lot of people that do like just the intuitive energy scanning. What is this? Download method of scanning people's energies, tuning what's going on with them overall. And then, we can pinpoint it to chakras, meridians, you name it. So if you're interested in that, your past lives, your ancestral stuff, your star seed self, where you come from, you can focus it on endless dark entities, if you want to call them that, all these things, whatever you want to tune into, you have access to it. And then you have access to infinite manifestation, because when you utilize that same ability to harness and tune in, you know where all the opportunities are in your business. Like, you can just tune in, where is it, and it'll be revealed. But most of us aren't tuning in at that level. It's the level you're tuning in at that's going to determine your results, right? So, and there's different ways of amping that up and taking that to another level. And that's part of what we're going to be sharing in the intuitive energy scanning to attract, serve, and enroll high-end clients. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in the link here for you to do that right now, or before we're done, because my computer is a little lagging here. I was going to put it in here. If you want an energy scan, now would be the time to ask. I only have time to do a real brief, quick one, because I've got to run to another thing I've committed to this morning. So let me know. Otherwise, I'll do a quick channeled message to round things off today. But the last assignment is raise your vibration before you tune into your intuition, and tune into your intuition like throughout the day. Throughout the entire day. Start constantly be tuning in. Every time you have a question, you get caught in your head, raise your vibration, then tune in. Make a pattern of every time, oh, I'm so worried about this or that. Raise your vibration, then tune in and see what the answer is. That's the assignment, okay? And especially around sales. In this case, we're talking about sales. So if you want to increase sales, I'm worried, how do I increase sales? All right, raise your vibration, tune in, then go. Like, I did this challenge because this is what my guidance told me to do. So here I am doing this challenge this week. So, all right. Well, I don't notice any comments right now for scanning. Let me see if I get a channeled message or two. Come back home. God's grace unfolds through you as you deepen in the Sacred Heart. Be not concerned about the past or the future. Reside in the eternal as you land and ground the fullness of who you are to serve the highest path for you and all in this lifetime. Be blessed, and prosper. Thank you. Also, okay, what else am I going to... Jesus, okay. Honor your gifts. Remember, these things and greater you shall do. Lay your hands upon those who come to you. You are natural in healing. You are a natural healer. It lies within you. Let the way be revealed for these things and greater. Know all things are possible, now and always. Take your work to the next level. Thank you. Okay, everybody. I'm going to have to end there today. I've got to run, as it turns out, today. I am so grateful to have done this challenge with you. I'd love to hear more from you about any results you're seeing, the results you are seeing, okay, that the increases you're seeing. Take advantage of the opportunity to meet with me really quick, because we need people waking up, and this whole training is about waking people up to what's really wanting to happen right now. We're here meant to experience more of our power, our intuition, thriving and prospering, and we're here to transmit it to others. The energy scan training is here designed to help to move this forward. Grab time with me so that we can tune into you and what's wanting to happen for you, honestly, objectively, and for whatever's your highest good. And we can also see if you're even qualified, Most of you would probably be qualified, but see if you're qualified to be a part of this training. If you've got a feeling intuition, if you want to claim your power, if you want to prosper in your business, you want to be making a bigger change into the world, and through you get to experience that, then definitely book that time with me. The link is in the comments below. Okay, everybody, lots of love and blessings. Goodbye for now.